Evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome to another episode of your Average Day Joes. I'm your host, C.
And Jay, what's going on?
What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope this time change didn't affect you guys too much. I know it does affect a lot of people when you have to move forward 1 hour, especially at 3 in the morning, rather than it being like during your work time, unless you work nights. But that being said, we are getting into that where it's getting lighter for longer outside, but then right now the mornings are still getting like you're waking up and it's darker a little bit than it was before. Jay, how you handling this time change, man?
I never do. This is I like to say this is not my season. My season starts the end of October, November, because then the hour comes back and then it's dark at 5 and 6. That's me. I like the darkness. So
Yeah, definitely.
when it switches, it kind of kills my nose outside. Like you said, we lose an hour. It's sunny till God knows when. And yeah, it's just
Yeah.
so this season it takes me about a month to adjust.
A friend of mine on Facebook, he wrote, "The time changes for the birds."
That's kind of funny, actually.
Uh,
That's kind of funny to understand that. That's true though.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, how
That's real
was your
funny.
weekend overall, though? Pretty good weekend, or?
Oh, excellent, excellent weekend, man. It's never bad, dude. It's never a bad weekend. I got so much business done. I'm working on a few big deals right now,
Yeah, that's
and
good.
obviously I cut my hair. Yeah, I pretty much grinded all weekend,
Nice.
and yeah, just trying to get everything in order to get these deals out of the way. So
Yeah, definitely.
I could have more time, devoted to this and more, other things.
Exactly. Exactly. I went to two job interviews over the weekend. One of them went pretty well. I went to a car dealership all the way in Marin, but really,
Uh,
really, really nice dealership. It was super busy when I got there. It was a Saturday. The
yeah,
manager, he was from Cameroon, from Africa. Super cool dude, but you could tell he's hella strict at it for like everybody there was like doing their job though, as opposed to like where I bought my car and I went to go like try to get my floor mats. Remember I was telling you I needed floor mats and they never gave them to me.
yeah.
I pulled up to my dealership on the way back home after my interview. Bro, there's like two salesmen like playing tag in the freaking lot. I was like, oh my God, definitely don't want to be at this dealership. I'm trying to be at like a professional dealership.
Yeah, of course.
To see the difference between like a professional ran dealership and one where it's like Mickey Mouse games.
Yeah,
But no, it was good. It was a good experience. I really hope he said he was going to reach out to me either today or tomorrow. So obviously it's already late here today. Hopefully tomorrow. If not, it is what it is. I'm going to have to keep searching. I went to a funny story though. I did go to a interview today for a security company, like a security job for Securitas. I think the name is.
uh-huh.
And dude, you want to know why they're not going to give me the job?
I don't know.
Because I'm not vaccinated.
Huh?
Yeah, they had like this questionnaire, and they're like, "Are you vaccinated? And if not, are you willing to get vaccinated?" And I go, "No, I'm not willing to." And yeah, bro, never got a call back or nothing from them.
Why would you want to work there?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like after that, I'm like, "Oh, I'm cool. I'm saving myself the hassle of not working there."
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. But I did pick up a Nissan Altima, like a 2022 model, really nice one. Super happy with it. But dude, I was driving Uber for the first day. I put it on Uber. I'm driving Uber on Friday. I'm in Palo Alto, and this was Friday night after we did our show. And tell me why, man. Of course, like 1 in the morning, you got hella drunk people driving. And tell me why, man. I'm just driving. I stop at a red light. There's one car in front of me, and the light turns green. And for some reason, the fucking idiot in front of me decides to hit reverse and starts backing up into me. Like I started honking my horn. And literally within an inch, he stopped of my front bumper, bro. And luckily, nothing happened. But I was like, dude,
Obviously.
yeah, I was so mad, bro. I was like, dude, if this fool fucking hit my car, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna just whoop it. I'm gonna like take him out of his car and whoop his ass, bro. Like I was so mad.
Brand new car just
Yeah,
oh,
dude,
I'm sorry.
exactly. Like, what
My
the fuck
God,
are you
dude.
thinking? Like, why would you throw it in reverse in the first place? Like, what I mean, you're at a green
That was,
light. Like, there's
that
no
was
reason for you to.
stupid.
I didn't know. Like, honestly, I thought he was like pulling some kind of scam. Like, if it was to hit me, there's no other reason for that. It would have been a scam, that like an insurance scam he's trying to do. So,
Oh man, sorry if I'm sniffly, man.
oh, you
I
good?
well, I've been doing car stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Me and my boy Zach been doing. We took off the bumper and grill, the Escalade, and then we did a oil change on my Hummer.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it was like hot outside,
Yeah.
and it's like free. It's like literally like it was hot, and then it's like 58 in my house.
I
So
know. Well, we got to enjoy that heat because we're about to have some rain on Wednesday out here. It's for like a whole week. So
I could care less about the heat, man. I don't need to enjoy no heat.
I know. I
Give me cold weather all year round. I'm fine.
know.
I
We
don't
are.
need
I
any
mean,
of that heat.
you are in the best spot because year round we actually are averaging to be like the coldest area.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's why I keep that heat. Go away. Stay in Marin, stay in the East Bay, stay in the South Bay. Keep it
Right.
here cool, man. Or actually, you know what? I think it's past Mateo where it's hot, like Belmont, St. Carlos.
Right.
Keep it that way.
Right.
Out here, keep it nice and cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So one last little story before we get into the sports. I just wanted to tell you. So I've been driving Uber this whole weekend, just working. The car was doing good, everything was fine. And tell me why today I decided to go to Safeway to buy myself some food, and hence this is a 19,000-mile car. I did the one thing that I did smart was I got it certified from Nissan, meaning that it has a 100,000-mile warranty on it. So if anything goes wrong, they'll fix it.
Uh-huh.
No, I never had this happen with such a low mileage car. And literally now I have 20,000 miles because I was doing Uber over the weekend. But tell me what, man, I'm about to go to Safeway today and the fucking check engine light comes on.
Already?
Yeah, dog.
Well, you need my OBD too?
No, because I'm just going to take it tomorrow to Nissan. But it kind of sucks because I'm wasting a whole day of not working.
Why would you waste a whole day? All it is that just means one of your O2 sensors is messed up. Or, I mean, it could be something else, but
that's what I'm saying.
I guess I'm telling you it's probably an O2 sensor.
Yeah.
I have the thing that you can scan it,
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I'm just going to take the day off because I don't want to screw it up anymore. And plus, tomorrow I'm going to go get the floor mats that they've been promising me for like the whole week now.
I'd be mad, bro. Take a day off, not make money because you have a check engine light. Nah, I'd be hot.
I know. It's something I just believe to like I don't want to screw like if it's something like that is pretty wrong, I don't want to screw it up even more. And I don't know what it is, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna
that's what I mean. Yeah. So but you have to go there and do it. So I get it.
So I'm gonna go early in the morning, get that done. But yeah, man, couldn't believe it, bro. I was like, dude, this car literally has 20,000 miles. Just bought it like 3 days ago now, 4 days ago, and already check engine light turned on. Like, come on, man. Come on, Nissan of Ceremony. What's going on here, guys?
Right. Come on, man. Well, it's right there, so it's not far.
Definitely. Well, anyway,
it's not far, bro.
Definitely. Shout out to the 29 people watching us. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share with us so we can give you this alpha. Thank you for being here. And let's get into the NBA news. What's going on with these scores today, man?
Let's see. We got a lot of games on right now. 76ers and Hawks in the fourth. About a minute and a half left. The Hawks are up 127-116. Easy. That's easy for the Hawks. I think the Sixers, they're done. They already packed in the bag like a few weeks ago. So we got the Jazz and the Celtics. The Celtics are sitting out a lot of their players today. They are up 112-108 with 15 seconds left. So they should be fine. They're up by 4. Shout out Jaylen Brown. Hopefully he holds it down. He was the only one playing out of the group. So that they should be fine. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? They beat up the Lakers on the weekend. That was light work, like I told you.
We could talk about that after you do the scores. That's the whole segment.
Oh, okay. That's cool, man. But yeah, so they're up 112-108, 15 seconds left. The Lakers are losing right now to the Brooklyn Nets. There's 2 minutes left. They are losing 99-95.
Do you know if I know that in the Celtics, the Lakers game, LeBron and Doncic both looked kind of hurt. Are they playing right now or no?
I don't know. I don't know about that Mickey Mouse injury stuff. So I'm not sure if they're playing. Like I thought it was just an excuse to be like, we're losing. I don't want to be the culprit. I'll go out. So, but I mean, it could also be he's old man, So I don't know.
Definitely.
Maybe dehydrated. I don't know. So
it's always a growing strain with him. So who knows, man?
That's what I mean. It's exactly. So yeah, I know they need him for the playoffs. So maybe he'll sit out the next few weeks.
Right.
If he does sit out the next few weeks, I do believe that they'll regress and they'll probably flop with like the Warriors.
Yeah.
Because the Warriors are on a big win streak.
Right.
Heat and Hornets, 91-91. That's going to go down to the wire. There's about 2 minutes left there. Raptors and Wizards, 119-104 Raptors. That's in the fourth. About a minute left. They're solid. They'll take care of that. Bulls up 92-68 on the Pacers. Oh, yeah. There's a whole nother quarter left, but that game's over for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Rockets and Magic, 72-60 Rockets. They are up. There's still a whole nother quarter left, though. So we'll see what they can do. Grizzlies are up 88-83 on the Suns. In the third quarter, there's still a whole nother quarter, so that should play out close.
Yeah, for sure.
The Thunder and Nuggets, this is a big game. It's 99-96 Thunder. You still have one whole quarter left, though. So let's go, Jokic. 63-60. The Spurs are up on the Mavericks at halftime. I do believe the Mavericks will miss the playoffs, and I believe the Suns will take their spot. So later on tonight, we will see the Dubs against the Blazers. That's going to be a good one at 7 o'clock. And the Kings and the Knicks, I already told you, without Jalen Brunson, the Knicks are done. So I believe they'll fall from 3 to like 6.
So you don't think they can at least beat the Kings? Because Kings ain't doing all that great either right now.
Nope. I don't care. I'll take DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine for sure.
Okay.
No Jalen Brunson. You don't know. They don't know how to run a team without Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson runs. He's like the Luka Doncic.
Right.
And what's even funnier is that Mavericks team had was it the Mavericks? Yeah, they had Jalen Brunson, Luka Doncic, and Porzingis on the same team, and they fumbled that whole thing.
Right.
Crazy. Pretty crazy. Because Jalen Brunson runs his team like Luka does.
Yeah.
So without him on the floor, they're like, what do we do?
Exactly.
So and this just in, the Celtics won 114-108. Nice. Keeping their streak alive, so we're good.
Nice.
We're good. Got a lot of people rested too, so that's a good win for them. Cool. Very good win.
You wanna quickly go over yesterday's games? Who won?
You what, Saturday and Sunday?
No, not just Sunday, because Saturday it doesn't matter. It's already.
Oh, okay.
Just yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. So the Clippers beat the Kings in overtime by 1 point. I saw that. Kawhi hit a jumper late, so that was a good one. The Pistons beat the Blazers. The Wolves beat the Spurs. The Cavs beat the Bucks. Sixers beat the Jazz. The Grizzlies beat the Pelicans. The Suns beat the Mavericks. And the Thunder beat the Nuggets.
Oh, damn. So I saw. So they're playing back-to-back, Nuggets and Thunder.
Yeah, so all year long, I've noticed they've done that. It's been a trend all year.
Yeah.
To play the team, boom, boom, boom. They've been doing that all year long, I noticed.
Yeah, well, at least in today's game, the Thunder against Nuggets, they're only in quarter 3, so the Nuggets can get the redemption at least, from that.
Oh, I think the Nuggets will win this one.
Yeah,
they like I said, Jokic. I believe in Jokic.
Yeah. Tomorrow there's only 4 games. Are you going to be watching any of them? Any notable ones to mention or
no? No. I mean, maybe the Nets and Cavs, but if the Nets beat the Lakers today, they may be tired tomorrow for their back-to-back.
Exactly.
I mean, I think they're going on, like, they're playing good ball right now, so hopefully they could get that W against LA. They'll be fine.
Definitely.
So
before we continue into our other sports segment, let's just briefly go over what happened with that Celtics-Lakers big rivalry game. So
I mean, like I told you, it was light work. Like, the only person that didn't play was Porzingis, and that's because he has an illness. Like, I was like, okay, he was suited up, but he's got some illness. So they were like, Coach Mazzulla didn't need him. But yeah, I mean, it played out exactly how I thought. Once like I said, they were only up by 4 at halftime. So I was like, okay, they're chilling. But once they went up by like 20, I was like, this game's over.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent game up to halftime. And in the third quarter, I started watching, bro, and we start going down, and we're like down by 20 points at one point.
Yeah.
I think it was like 22 points. I was like,
22. Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to understand, like, all they did was let's put, like I said, Luka or LeBron. Who do you want to go after? Like on defense, I mean, which one? Yeah. Which one? Take your pick. And they just, they were going at him, and who gonna stop Tatum? Tell me. You tell me. You tell me who's stopping Tatum.
No. Like I said, the first 2 quarters we were kind of keeping up with you guys, but then, like you said, we got an old man playing. Doncic is not in the best shape, so basically what happened was we just kind of fell apart. And on top of that, we didn't have a center. I don't know what happened to Jackson Hayes that game. Like he was supposed to. I thought he was supposed to play, but from what I read, I did look it up a little bit. They were saying that the previous game that they played the night before, because remember they would do back to back. Not back to back, but the two nights before the game they played, it looked like Jackson Hayes did suffer some kind of injury or was like hip strain or something. So so we didn't have a center, and like you said, like the old man, we couldn't just keep up. And
I mean, come on though, man. Like, even if you had Jackson Hayes, that game wasn't even close. No, like I said, basketball's a game of matchups, man.
For sure.
Like, basically, that team looked exactly like the Mavericks when the Celtics beat the Mavericks in the finals. Like, you figure you got Luka, LeBron would be like Kyrie, and then just the rest of the team.
No,
that's all it was.
And for me personally, I think Jackson Hayes would have just made the outcome. I think Celtics would have still won, but it would have made the outcome just a little bit closer than like 11 points. Yeah. And if you guys would have had Porzingis, I don't think that Jackson Hayes.
It wouldn't even been close.
Yeah, it wouldn't even been close.
Wouldn't even been close. You add another 20-25 with the Porzingis, it wouldn't even have been close.
And then
he's a cheat code. He's a cheat code.
Exactly. And then starting like third quarter, it looked like LeBron had a growing strain, so he's all stretching in the side.
No, that's the fourth quarter, bro. That's what I mean. Like he played fine the whole third quarter. In the fourth quarter, with halfway left, he's like, ow, I think I'm gonna go out now.
but you got to remember, they actually came back at like the end of third quarter until the fourth quarter. We actually came back a little bit.
I mean, you could say came back, but I mean they were up by like 22, meaning. Why were they up 22? Let's rest Tatum. We'll save him for the fourth.
Exactly. They let off the gas a little bit, so
exactly.
I understand totally. But then I was like, oh, what happened now? Because you got Doncic putting on some back brace, looking like an old man as well. I'm like, oh, dude, this is all bad. And they didn't really mention what happened with his back, but you know what? I have a suspicion that with Doncic, from the way that because he was like grabbing his back when he was trying to run up and down the court. Yeah. I got a feeling, bro, because he is a little bit bigger and not like overall that like athletic looking yet. I got a feeling what happened with Doncic is he had a pinched nerve. I got a feeling that's what it was, bro.
I wouldn't doubt it. Like Luka always has some little things, you know. Remember, he's been playing pro ball for 10 years now.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So like, you know, but like I said, it's just basketball is a game of matchups, man. So the Celtics the Lakers don't match up good with them, you know.
I could tell, but But in this season so far, we played you guys twice, right? Or do we play more than twice already?
Yeah, only twice.
So we're 1-1 right now because we beat you guys the first time. You guys beat us.
Yeah, but that's because you had Anthony Davis in the middle, and he was. And remember, the Celtics had sat out two of their players.
Yeah. So let me ask you: do you know if we're going to play you guys one more time before the playoffs happen or no?
No.
Okay, so that was it. So we're 1-1 for the season.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So I mean, compared to how we beat you guys in LA, you guys smacked us in Celtics in the Boston arena. So you guys definitely look like a stronger team as of right now. We definitely need a big guy out. They should have tried to play Alex Len. I know that he's not really anybody, but at least
for slow, man. He's too slow.
No, I understand that, but I mean, I like third quarter when we're going down by like that many points. Honestly, if I was JJ Redick, bro, I would have been like, look, Alex, we know we're not expecting much of you, but just stay on the defensive side. Don't even run up and down the court, and just keep your hands up when people are running in on you. That's all you gotta do, bro. You're like 7-something. You know what I mean? Just keep your hands up. Like that's all you gotta do. Don't run. You don't have to play any offense. We don't need you for that. Just stay on the defensive side, no matter what. You know. Honestly, if I was JJ Redick, I would have tried anything at that point, bro. That would have been. That's like kind of desperation.
Like I said, man, it's just a game of matchups, man. That's all.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all it is, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, not too many teams in the league can match up with the Celtics.
I know. It is what it is. We're even on our bet at least, so I didn't lose really much. I did lose I could have had a double or nothing. I lost that privilege. So it's what it is.
It's all good, bro. It's all good, man.
I
tried to up it. I
And
did
that's the
try
thing.
to up it.
I was about to say I was actually thinking about upping it, but then you're the one that convinced me not to because you were like, yeah.
I didn't mean to convince you not to. I was just trying to tell you basketball logic.
No, I know, but by you telling me the logic, it convinced me not to. I was like, yeah, why would I do that if obviously what you're telling me is totally true, that they're going to be super tired. They went into overtime the game before, like everything made sense that you were telling me. I was like, yeah, why am I going to bet you more?
Yeah, I know.
It's
Well,
like,
I mean, like I said, the Celtics, like I said, the Knicks don't match up good with them, and they smacked the daylights out the Knicks all 3 times they played them. And the Lakers had to beat the Knicks in overtime without Jalen Brunson. Remember that. If Jalen Brunson stayed in that game, they won that game for sure.
yeah,
I believe that. I totally believe that.
definitely. Well, I guess that is like NBA news. Hopefully, LeBron's growing injury gets checked on
Well,
and gets.
honestly, man, he's gonna. They need him rested because the playoffs they got like 18 more games until playoffs.
Yeah,
He needs to rest. That if they're gonna go anywhere in the playoffs, which depending on who they play, they may be a first round exit. Honestly,
right.
they play a team like I'll say like Jokic, the Nuggets. I think they're done.
Yeah,
They don't match up well. Why? Because like I said, it's just a matchup thing. Once again,
Yeah,
if they play maybe like I don't know. I don't know who would be a good matchup for them. I even think what I think would be a great series: Warriors Lakers.
oh yeah, for sure.
But I think the Warriors are playing good ball, but they have a few similar problems that the Lakers do.
Exactly.
So it would be like a very, I think, even matchup.
Do you? Okay, so now that like you see where the Lakers are, and actually that might have, like we might have lost some confidence on top of the LeBron and Doncic kind of being injured.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it looks like maybe the Lakers are going to start going down a little bit in the in the rankings.
Yeah,
and Warriors have been doing really good. They've been going up, so
yeah,
that could be like the first game we do see in the playoffs.
That's what I mean. It could be a 3-6.
Yeah.
That could be a 3-6 battle.
Yeah.
Because I do believe the Warriors will keep trending up. They're like, I believe they're 13-2 with Butler. They're playing good ball, dude. Like Jimmy Buck has been playing good. He fits because he's a two-way player.
Yeah.
He always plays defense, and he doesn't shoot any threes.
Right.
So it works well with Steph and everybody because he gets his own baskets. He's good.
Exactly.
Good player. He fits well there.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. All right. Well, shout out to the 41 people watching. Let's get into this free agency news. We got a lot of free agency news to report.
Oh yeah, man. So we'll start with the big one, the number one trend. We'll go Justin Fields. He is signing with the New York Jets. That's big because he was he was backing up Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh. So now he's gone. So now he signed with the Jets. So that's a big boost for the Jets. We'll see how he plays there. Which means Pittsburgh needs a quarterback, a.k.a. the Raiders went to go get Geno Smith. You know that. So now it's going to be Russell Wilson or I believe Aaron Rodgers playing for Pittsburgh. Right. That should be interesting. Like, two older cats. Pittsburgh has a good running back in Najee Harris. They got a good defense. So that should be interesting. But Justin Fields signing there is a good signing. The Patriots, they are trending high too because they have signed about 5 people, all on the O-line, D-line, cornerback, and defensive tackle. Like they're beefing up their lines and their defense. Nice. Very smart signings. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if you want me to go through all the names, but yeah, they got a lot of good signings. So Patriots are trending really high, which is good.
If anything, just go through like the most people, the ones that people would know the most.
I would say Milton Williams. That's their big sign. He's on the D line. Very good player. Carlton Davis too. He's a cornerback. Very good player. And maybe I'd say Harold Landry on the O line. Those 3 in particular are very big signings because you need someone on the O line to protect Drake May. You need someone on the D line for pass rush. And they got a cornerback, which is excellent, for to go with Christian Gonzalez on the other side. So they're beefing up that squad for Vrabel, dude. Pretty good stuff. Nice. Yeah, from there we got so after all the key signs, Sam Darnold, who the Raiders wanted to get, right? Mm-hmm. He is signing with the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh my God.
So that's why they got rid of Geno Smith. Now I see it because why? Sam Darnold is there, and I think that's an upgrade. Why? Because Geno Smith is Geno Smith.
Yeah. That's going to be second string. He's not going to be that first quarterback option. I guarantee it, bro.
Who?
Geno Smith.
He has to be. So Pittsburgh has to have they're going to have Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Those are the only two really left to get.
Yeah.
And I'm saying the Raiders, unless they're planning on drafting Shador Sanders or someone like that, then they have to start Geno Smith. They don't have quarterbacks.
So you don't think we could still pick up either Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers? We could pick up one.
You could, but the Steelers need a quarterback. They just got rid of Justin Fields. That was their only quarterback.
Yeah,
that was their only quarterback.
Yeah, so hopefully they pick up like Aaron Rodgers and we'll get Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but see, this is what I mean. No one really wants them, you could tell, or else they would have already traded for him.
Yeah.
That's the difference here, man. So Sam Darnold with the Seahawks, upgrade. Very upgrade. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's a good thing. The Packers got a good cornerback, Nate Hobbs. So that'll be he was actually a Raider cornerback, just to let you know. Hobbs, so they took the Raiders cornerback. I'm just letting you know that.
Yeah.
The Raiders did get a safety from Washington, Jeremy Chin. He's pretty good. So that actually
Seahawks.
No, Washington.
Oh, the Commanders, right?
Yeah, Commanders. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know why in America we have two Washingtons. I know one of them is Washington, D.C., but it kind of sometimes confuses.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I mean Washington. Yeah. The Commanders, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a good signing for the Raiders, I believe. You know, the Niners, they are trending downward. They have lost a lot of people, including Hufanga. He was their safety. He was a good safety back there. He went to the Broncos.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they also lost their cornerback, Charvarius Ward. He is signing with the Colts. That, like I said, the Niners are trending down right now. They're losing a lot of their people. You know what I mean?
Why do you think that is?
So they overloaded everyone to try to get – they had a window to get a championship. They failed twice. Mm-hmm. And now the money is like I said, they have to pay Purdy. They got to pay Nick Bosa. Yeah. They got to pay the stars, you know? I don't consider Brock Purdy a star, but they're going to have to pay these people, and that's why they lost remember Deebo Samuel?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. So that's why they're trending downward. Why? Because all the free agents left. They're leaving.
Okay.
And that's the problem. So it's like, yeah, it's that's why they can't. Their moves are like limited. They don't have the money.
Yeah.
It's a big problem. You know what I mean?
They should have waited a couple of years so that they can try to make that come up during like when Super Bowl is going to be over there in our stadium over there.
It would have been smart, but they saw that window and they tried to grasp it. You know what I mean?
I know.
You can't fault them for it. They lost twice to the Chiefs. You saw.
Yeah.
And but now it's hard to keep everyone. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now it's just it's all bad for them, man. But if they could get Nick Bosa, or not Nick, sorry, Joey Bosa, Nick's brother, mm-hmm. that will help their defense. But then their secondary, they've lost people on their secondary, so their secondary is going to be like, unless they draft right, their secondary is going to be non-existent.
Right.
Another big one is Kenny Pickett. He was the backup for the Eagles. He just won a Super Bowl ring, you know, so he's backing up. He just traded him to the Browns. Oh, so wow. They traded him. Yeah, so they got a backup. So that'll help the Eagles. They got themselves a backup and a 5th round pick. So yeah, but that's those are the major moves right now trending. And I told you there was a lot of them.
What about Kansas City? Did they do anything over the free agency or no?
No. So usually with the Super Bowl teams, they're the last to do anything. Right. That's just how it usually works because, you know, they went to the Super Bowl. You know, you have to think about, all right, let's see who's coming back.
Yeah.
Let's see what we need to revamp. You know what I mean? So
I know we've been through this before, but I just want to ask you one more time for maybe the people that missed that episode. So, yeah. I mean, either Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson would be an upgrade for Geno Smith for the Raiders quarterback, right?
It depends because Geno Smith is younger. I saw Aaron Rodgers play last year. He sucked. And I saw Russell Wilson play. He had a couple good games, then he had a couple horrible games.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're both not consistent. Geno Smith, I mean, the Seahawks played okay.
Hmm.
So I really don't know if that would be an upgrade,
But
honestly.
what's the reason why they didn't have such a good year last year? The Seahawks, was it? Would you put any of it on Geno Smith, or was it more just like the whole team, like no chemistry type thing? Like what?
Well, I mean, Geno Smith is Geno Smith, man. He's not, he's not bad. You know what
Uh-huh.
I mean?
Uh-huh.
But it's like, he does to the best of his abilities.
I got you. Got you. So
Yeah, he's not bad.
would you think it's smarter for them to start Geno Smith and then pick up either Russell or Aaron as like a backup, like a second string, or would it be?
I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. See, that's what I mean. I remember they're drafting too, so they may be drafting. They may have their eye on one of the rookie quarterbacks.
Got you.
So if they do, that person will be backing up Geno Smith.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So I don't know how the Raiders are thinking. I don't know.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm not sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. It'll be very interesting.
Yep. Definitely. I mean,
You know what I mean?
we still got.
Oh, that by the way, you have you have DK Metcalf up there, I believe, right?
Yeah.
I believe he signed with the Steelers. So I believe he went to the Steelers because I remember I wanted the Patriots to get him, but I believe he signed with the Steelers.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Yeah.
So if you have DK there, you got Najee there. If you put, it's kind of a no-brainer. I would put Aaron Rodgers there. I know that sounds weird, but he knows how to throw the ball.
Yeah.
He can hand the ball off to Najee, and they have a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
This could, if they actually do pick him up, it would. I think it would work.
So you think Aaron Rodgers is the better choice over Russell?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do.
All
Because
right,
for throwing purposes. Say what?
I said, all right, Raiders, we need Aaron Rodgers on our team.
Well, no, I'm talking about for the purposes of being in Pittsburgh. You have a good run game, and you have a good receiver, and you have a good defense. Your line is okay. It's not great, but you have all the pieces, really. If you know how to throw the ball and hand the ball off, you should be fine.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all I'm saying. It's kind of a no-brainer.
Right.
Now, I don't even know if they want him. That's the problem, because they obviously got rid of Justin Fields for a purpose here.
Uh-huh.
To get rid of Justin Fields, that was their backup, remember?
Yeah.
So they got rid of him. So I'm wondering their mentality, who they want. I don't know. But I believe if Aaron plays, if they want him, he could fit in there if they wanted him.
Right.
Not sure, though. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We still got 5 months before the whole,
Yeah, there's actually one other quarterback. I just thought about it. It would be Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins?
That would be the other one that I believe is a free agent.
Oh, okay.
The one, yeah, he didn't have a great year, but he's not bad. That's what I mean. Maybe they got their eye on him. Like I said, all you really got to do is hand the ball off and know how to throw to a receiver, man.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins, where was he from? Cardinals?
No, Kirk Cousins played with the Vikings, and then last year he played with the Falcons.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, he's not terrible. He's okay. He's okay. Out of Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, and Russell Wilson, I would take Kirk Cousins.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, just because, like I said, after seeing their years, Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson, I was just like, oh boy.
Sure, I'm gonna have to tweet Pete Carroll, bro. Start studying him a little bit,
I don't know where Pete Carroll's at. Hey, man, he went with Geno Smith. Like I said, call it familiarity, maybe, because like I said, Geno played for him, but I don't know why. I'm not trying to say anything bad about Geno, man. So, but
you got Pete Carroll and you got Tom Brady making decisions,
No, I don't believe Tom Brady's making those decisions. I don't think he would have went after Geno Smith.
I mean, maybe that was at the time somebody, because all the free agency stuff happened over the weekend, right?
Yeah, just happened. So
they picked up Geno Smith before the weekend, so maybe they didn't know who was going to.
What you have to understand with Brady is that if he talks to anyone, it could be considered tampering. That's why I believe he can't make decisions.
Oh,
so if he talks to anyone, they'll say it's tampering, and then they'll veto it.
But they can.
It's not allowed.
To Pete Carroll about it, right?
It slippery slope, kind of. you can't really deal with so Brady it would be worse because like obviously he's huge name, right?
Yeah,
And you can't just talk like talking to anyone is like tampering.
I know.
Like, it's like, oh hey, if you come over here, we'll get you this, and whatever he say, you know what I mean? But it's yeah, it's kind of funny.
In my opinion, bro, Brady should just say F it, get out of retirement 1 year and play for the Raiders as a quarterback.
Shut up.
1 year. Why not?
Why would you? Because he got 6 rings with the Pats. He could have called it then, and then he said, "No, you know what, y'all got rid of me. I'm gonna get another ring with the Bucks." You know what I mean? Like he already got 7. He could end on that. Just end on that.
Yeah, he got 7 rings, right?
Exactly. He's got 7. No one has 7. No team has 7.
This makes sense. You're not gonna put 2 rings on your thumbs, so you literally have 8 fingers that you could put rings on. So if he gets that 1 extra ring, he's got basically his whole hand covered. You know what I mean?
Oh, and where do you want him to sign? To the Eagles?
No,
Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. I want it to be a Raider for us for
okay, well, first of all, they don't have a team to win a Super Bowl. I could understand if they had a stout defense and they had every piece beside the quarterback. I believe he'd be like, hey, you know what? Let me come out of retirement. I'll play quarterback and we'll win. They don't have anything. Okay. They really they're rebuilding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even like that's what I mean. He'd have to go. Yeah, he would have to go to a really strong team, and I don't even know who a strong team would be. Honestly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said, man, he just needs to give it a shot. I mean, he'll be the LeBron.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Why get hurt? Why risk getting hurt when you have 7 rings? Your legacy. No one's touching your legacy. No one. We already know this. It's like Jerry Rice's records. No one's touching his legacy.
I know, but sometimes it's good to make sure.
Oh my God. That little funny, bro.
So we got we got Alyssa in the chat. She basically is saying that she wants me to find a way to get her in so she could chime in on the Raiders talk that we're talking about right now.
Why? She's a Raider fan. What does she know about football?
And she's also saying that it kills Jay that Mr. Sarah has anything to do with the Raiders, which I believe.
It does. No, I'm glad Tom Brady was able to get a share. That he owned the Raiders when he played them anyway. That's what started the whole Super Bowl run. He beat you don't remember the snow game?
Yeah, I remember.
Tuck rule?
Yeah.
That started the whole everything.
No,
that's why he wanted a piece of the Raiders, and he deserves it.
Well, I don't know. I guess Alyssa was right because her third comment was that he won't say anything nice about our team.
Oh my, yeah, okay. Because I've seen ever since 2001 when they got their ass handed to them by John Gruden, they have been jack shit since then. How pathetic is that, dude? 25 years later and you can't get it together? That is pathetic. Come on, that's pathetic. That everyone should quote me on that. The Raiders are a pathetic organization.
Sometimes. I mean, not during the 70s, we were pretty good.
Sometimes. Oh, no. I said since 2001.
Oh, yeah.
You've had 25 years to put together a team that's like good and that can at least be in the playoffs, and you have failed. That's over 2 decades. That's uncalled for. That's uncalled for.
Yeah, but Al died, and then his son doesn't look like he really knows what he's doing. So
exactly. So his son should be, like delegating things. Like, I can't do this. I know I'm having fun with my girlfriend who's 19, whatever, and he's like 70. I don't know.
Who loves me for my smile.
Yeah, exactly. And dude is no disrespect. Dude is butt ugly. We know this. We get it. But come on, man. Like, at least put together a team that, that is respectable. Like, his team sucks, bro. And that's what I mean. You could blame it on Al dying, but come on, man. 25 years. And you can't put together some playoff teams? Jesus, man. That is ridiculous.
His son kind of reminds me of Harry from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, except that's what I mean. He's like way uglier.
I know.
You know what I mean? But I mean, no disrespect, bro, but it's like you've had over 2 decades to put together a team and you can't, like, that's uncalled for to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's uncalled for, bro. There's no excuse for that. No excuse, especially if you're commitment to excellence. Isn't that the motto, Raiders?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, commitment to trash because they've been trash for 25 years. Come on, Jesus.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Let's get it together here. You want me to talk good about your squad? Get it together.
Thank you for those. That was the nicest thing you said for a long time now.
I'm just saying, man. It's frustrating watching that team, man.
I know.
It's frustrating.
We'll see now that we do have Brady to have some input in all this. Hopefully,
man. Hopefully, like I said, you got to build slow. You got a good coach. Got Brady in there, like consulting. I'm guessing, and yeah,
you also remember, like, I don't know, maybe it's just like bad luck, bro. But like every time, like we get good players, like Henry,
they leave.
Not even they leave, but they'll get into like freaking incidents where they're in jail or shit just happens with the Raiders, bro. Like I don't know why it is, but
because that's drafting. You got to understand. I remember the Henry Ruggs thing.
Yeah,
the guy's going 180 miles per hour and he killed someone, right?
Nobody knew he was going to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, come on, man. Like, oh man, yeah, I remember when that happened, man. Yeah. Why would you even put yourself in that situation? Why?
That's what I'm saying. That stuff like that always just happens to the Raiders. So it's like we'll draft good players, but then they end up to do some stupid stuff that makes us so that we can't.
Yeah. Well, you also get players, and what happens? They end up leaving because why? Because the organization. I'll tell you this: it was good to sign Max Crosby. They did sign him.
Yeah.
So you got one positive there. Okay, we got a positive piece on defense. Let's build around him.
Right.
That's what I would say because he's an excellent player.
Yeah.
And he's like they invested in him, and he's probably like, all right, cool. I'm a Raider. I look the role. I fit the role. Let's do it.
I was going to ask you a question really quick, but I'm just going to go over what Alyssa's saying. She just said, "Love you too, Jay. Can't wait to see you later tonight to discuss this."
There's really nothing to discuss. She's a diehard Raider fan. She's what you call a fan, but you're a fan too because you guys see things and you're so passionate. I'm a realistic person. I know my Patriots have been rebuilding, right, for ever since Brady left, right? You're never gonna catch me saying until this year, I wasn't be like, oh yeah, we're gonna get to the playoffs, we're gonna win it all. I'm realistic. I'm like, dude, we suck, but we're rebuilding slowly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you guys are like fans. You are fans to the point where you're like, you know what, this year we got this. And I'm like, we got this? You know what I mean? It's just crazy to me. Yeah. I could never I'm a realistic dude. That's why. I know when a team has it and when a team is just shit.
But realistically speaking, now that we got Brady, we got this, bro. We got
Oh god.
But on a serious note, I wanted to ask you why. I mean, if Brady had all the money and he could, like, why would he go to the Raiders and do like back office there? Why not any other team?
Like I told you, he had the opportunity, which was cool. They gave him the opportunity, and it was for a cheap price, excellent price to get ownership. Usually, ownership would cost him that contract he got. That $700 million contract.
Yeah.
It would be a whole contract like that. They gave it to him for way less. He made a good deal to be part owner. Like anyone would have done that. Like hell yeah, I own an NFL franchise. Hell yeah. Like that's cool, man. And they're in Las Vegas. Come on, man. Can't lose.
Or that, and then on top of that, it was close. It's closer to the Bay, which is where his home is at anyway. So
yeah,
definitely.
I'm just throwing that out there, man. Like plus like I said, he owned the Raiders when he played them.
Yeah, and just FYI, Alyssa is saying to let it out of your system now before we do a double data Allegiant. So. Because we're gonna have to maybe if we got Patriots playing, in Allegiant this next season coming up, maybe we can go watch that one together.
I'm always down. I remember when they were building the Death Star. I watched it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm always down to go to Vegas, man.
Oh,
you know that we've gone to Vegas a lot.
Exactly.
I've never been to the new Raider Stadium, so it'd be cool. And I'm not the thing is, I've been to real Oakland Raider games where I saw the batteries and the sandwiches thrown at people and beer poured on people. I went to those games. I could go to this Vegas stadium and wear anything I want and be like, no one's gonna say a word.
I dare you to wear one of those hats with the like 2 beer side cans, and then you could just sip on the beer as
Oh
you're
my
watching
god.
the game.
I'm gonna wear my 6-time Super Bowl champion Patriots jacket.
Man.
I will walk in there feeling like $1,000,000 and no one's gonna say a word to me.
Yeah.
They don't have that environment no more. So it's beautiful.
I need to go on eBay and find myself a Janikowski jersey, just because he's Polish.
Or you could find a Gostowski jersey and it'd be even better.
No, I can't do that. Can't do that.
He's more of a legendary kicker, just to let you know.
Right, but I know, but I need to support my team, man. I can't support you.
I know. I'm joking.
If anything, if I want to go big like that, I'm gonna get a Raiders Jerry Rice jersey.
What you really need to get is the best Polish player to play, Gronkowski.
No, I know that.
There you go. That was the man right there. You get number 87 for the Pats. That's legendary. That's legendary.
Very true. Very true. All right. Well, that is our free agency NFL news.
Yes, sir.
Super happy that it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a really good. With Brady and stuff, and not just the Raiders, but Patriots, their pickups, and everybody else that we just mentioned. I think it's gonna be an exciting NFL season when it does happen in 5 months.
For sure.
So it'll be good. It'll be good. All right, guys. Well, shout out to the 43 people watching. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share, so we can give you this alpha all the time. And let's go over some UFC results that happened on Saturday's pay-per-view event. So I don't know if you guys watched it or not, but man, it was some pretty damn good fights. I'll just go over the main ones. You got starting from like the first main event one was Mauricio Ruffy versus King Green. Mauricio Ruffy won that one. I did see that one, and that one I think Mauricio Ruffy. I think that was the one where he did like a roundhouse kick and he knocked out King Green. That was amazing. I couldn't believe it. That was in round 1 of the second of the minute 2. That was a crazy fight. I couldn't believe that he did a roundhouse kick and just knocked out King Green. King Green was actually a pretty good fighter. For your women's strawweight, you had Amanda Lemos, who won that one by decision in round 3. And I called that one. I told you guys Lemos was going to win. I've been seeing her fight, and she's pretty good. For your lightweight bout, you had Jalen Turner, who they call I forgot what they call him, but he's like super long, and against Ignacio Bahamundes. It was a pretty good fight. I did see that one, and Jalen Turner, it looked like he actually was winning in the beginning, but then Ignacio, I think Jalen got him on the ground, but Ignacio turned it on him and got him in a triangle, like chokehold. And he was so strong, even though that Jalen was on top, that triangle choked him out, and then Ignacio won that one. And I believe after that fight, Jalen Turner did announce his retirement. He basically said he doesn't have the fire in him anymore to keep fighting. And then a shocker to me was Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. Rafael Fiziev was coming off of his last fight was an injury to my Polish brother Gamrot, who he fought, and he busted his knee, but that was a while ago, and he looked like he was pretty good. He didn't have that explosive power that everybody thought he would, Fiziev, but Justin Gaethje, man, shout out to Justin Gaethje, bro. He just came out. He did what he always does, man. He came out with that American flag. Everybody was like super happy about that, and he did have those hard punches. He just came out and looked really solid. There was a couple times where I got scared because he kept kind of every time. I like the thing I noticed about that fight is every time Rafael Fiziev started like going in on him, he would always like lean to the right hella low. And there was a couple times where Fiziev literally could have just like kneed him and would have probably knocked him out because he could have just kneed him hella good. But Justin Gaethje, everybody was like, all the commenters, Joe Rogan, everybody was like, oh man, he's back. Like he had a pretty strong chin. He did get hit a couple times by Fiziev, but man, his chin held up. it didn't look like it hurt him too bad. And then at the end of it all, he did win by decision in round 3. He was just definitely he put in that work. Fazeev, he looked a lot more tired than Justin Gaethje at the end of it all. But this is also said that Fazeev didn't have much time to train for this. I think Justin Gaethje was supposed to fight somebody else, so he didn't. So Rafael didn't have like this big old camp to be able to fight Justin Gaethje this time around. This is their second battle, but yeah, looked very good. And then you got the main event, light heavyweight, which was Alex Pereira against Ankalaev Mahmoud. That's a Khabib fighter right there, and it was a very major upset. Everybody thought Alex Pereira was going to win, but it was very sad to see Alex Pereira did not do much. He basically had a few little explosive, moves in him, but after like round 3, Mahmoud, I mean, I'll say the one good thing about Pereira is he did have really good stand-up defense. He was not able to get taken down, even though that's what, the Khabib fighters, they're known to take the people down and wrestle them to the ground and kind of win it that way. But Pereira had really good stand-up game. He had good balance. He did not let Ankalaev take him down even once. But that being said, I think it was like the 4th round where Mahmoud Ankalaev just went and pretty much pinned him to the fence and would not let him do anything. And he just kept hitting him pretty well to the point where it was a decision in round 5, even in round 5, though, where you think Pereira is going to step it up because he had to. He still didn't. It looked very sad. And I actually knew the results before it happened because if you guys look, if you go to the very end of that and you see Dana White holding up the belt, before even they announced who the winner was, if you just took a look at Dana White's face, and I know this for a fact because somebody else mentioned this, even though I already was thinking this, I did see a comment about it. And you could totally tell that Dana White did not look happy, and just by that face alone, I've already knew that that decision was going to go to Mahmoud Ankalaev. That being said, shout out to Ankalaev. I'm not going to hate on the guy. He did do a much better job against the Stone Cold Killer. The Chama as they call him, which is Pereira. But it looks like they're gonna run it back, and they probably will fight again because none of them really got beat up. It just looked kind of even at the end of it all, with Ankalaev winning that 4th round and pinning Pereira, and I think that's what kind of won it for Ankalaev. So shout out to him, shout out to both fighters and every single fighter that did fight. And yeah, that was kind of that that UFC pay-per-view. If you guys missed it, just kind of wanted to go through that with you guys. All right, and let us move on. Let us move on to some Elon Musk news. I wanted to report today that Elon Musk's X. I don't know if you've seen that, Jay. Did you notice that X was down at all?
No, man. I've been doing stuff. I've had business all day and then working on my cars.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't even been on X.
Okay. So supposedly Elon Musk's X got hit with power outages today.
What do you mean?
It was showing. It looked like there was a massive cyber attack. So they were saying that X was down. And
so you mean it was so X, so no one could use it?
Yeah. So this is what it says.
Okay.
It says Elon Musk's X was hit by waves of outages earlier Monday, which the billionaire claims was due to a cyber attack with IP addresses originating in Ukraine, out of all countries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense.
I know.
I'm probably upset with him. I get it.
So it says, we're not sure exactly what happened, Musk said during a Fox Business interview, but there was a massive cyber attack to try to bring down the X system with IP addresses originating in the Ukraine area. Musk did not give any further details about the origin of the attack, including whether he believes it was connected to the Ukrainian government. It is possible to mask IP addresses and make it seem as though the traffic is coming from elsewhere, and spoofing locations is often offered by hackers for hire. According to outage tracking site Down Detector, the problems began around 6 a.m. Eastern Time, when up to 20,538 users reported problems. The issues temporarily died down before nearly 40,000 users reported outages around 10 a.m. Outages reported on Down Detector began to drop around 2 p.m. Eastern Time and trailed off throughout the afternoon. Many users on Down Detector said the platform wouldn't load, and the outage appeared to be global, according to Down Detector's international sites. It also says that Musk posted on X early Monday afternoon that he believed a large coordinated group and/or country is involved. Though the source of motivation behind the attack wasn't confirmed, Musk also replied yes to a post on X suggesting people are trying to silence the billionaire and his platform, although no further details about the server's disruption, including whether it was caused by a targeted attack, has been revealed. So yeah, they're just saying it's too early to really figure anything out, but they are going to look into it. Um, Musk has a history of attributing technical sniffers to cyber attacks. When his conversation with Donald Trump on X started 42 minutes late in August 2024, he said there was a probability of an attack at that time too. So yeah, it does look like it has come from Ukraine, and that, like you said, Jay, that does make sense. But it looks like everything is up and running now. You are able to get our trending topics that were your trending topics off of X without any problems, right?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, so I guess it's all good now.
But
There's
that was like I'm guessing 4, 5 o'clock.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right before I was finishing up the car.
Yeah, definitely. So it looks like everything is up and running now.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
fine.
yeah, but that's kind of crazy, man. I mean, he if they can't, you know what I mean, they're trying to get to him one way or another. You know what I mean? So that's kind of crazy.
Well, it makes sense now. The trends I was seeing, remember?
Yeah, definitely.
Now it makes perfect sense.
All right. Well, let's move on. Shout out to the 45 people, and let's move on to some of the other Elon Musk news. Man, he's just getting hit hard today. What happened with his Teslas, brother?
A lot of haters out there, man. So I guess they're targeting Elon because of what he's doing. And so 44 tires were stolen off 11 different Teslas in Texas. I was like, what?
Oh my god.
Like, come on, man. Obviously, that's and that's not the only thing I read. I also read that a number of Cybertrucks were torched in Seattle as well.
What?
So yeah, so yeah, man, I don't know, man. Like I said, they're just targeting Elon because the whole thing he's doing, you know.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because yeah, he's actually doing good things for our country. You know what I mean? So
out of all, I mean, what part of Texas was this in?
I believe League City. Does that sound right?
Yeah, somewhere
League
around
City.
Town, right?
Huh?
That's close to. From what I read, it was like around
Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's just sad, bro. Because I mean, especially that it happened in Texas. I mean, bro, you got him literally investing all this money into Texas, creating all these jobs, and you got haters in Texas. Like, I would understand if it was
weird.
Oregon, Seattle getting torching Cybertruck. Okay, I get it. There's a bunch of freaking left wing nuts.
I don't understand the whole. I don't understand the Texas thing either. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I think, I mean, this might sound crazy to the 45 people watching right now, but I would not be surprised if basically they hired some dudes out of Ukraine to, like, you know what I mean, to do this. Bring some dudes out of Ukraine
and flew them to Texas. Flew them to Texas.
You know what I mean? Shit, bro. But honestly, they didn't say this, bro. But to me, I mean, this needs to get looked into by the FBI because this is domestic terrorism, brother.
Cash Patel will look into it, I'm sure.
This is domestic terrorism now. They need to
pretty much. They'll look into it. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's because it's obviously Elon's targeted for that reason.
That's what I'm saying.
They'll look into it because it's not like, oh, this just happened out of the blue. Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was a coordinated thing, because think about it, in each different spot and then online as well. That's coordinated.
Exactly.
So definitely, I'm sure Cash Patel will look into it. They'll figure it out.
Right.
They'll figure out who's behind it. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's really not hard. But yeah, I just thought that was a trip since you reported on the cyber attack. Right. And then I'm like, oh, hey, also, blah, 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 with the Teslas. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
And out of all the things, it says that those Teslas were parked at an Amazon warehouse parking lot.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's very interesting.
So, and before this happened a month ago on Valentine's Day, they got a bunch of It says that another theft took place on Valentine's Day with the thieves arriving under the cover of darkness and surgically operating in a group to relieve these vehicles of the rubber and aluminum. And it says that they took about $16,000 worth took $16 worth of their product of these cars,
God.
which it's basically they took like their wheels, like they had 20s, they had some dubs on these wheels, and they took them.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Oh man,
Stuff to be going on sometimes, man.
definitely. I got a little bit of video showing like how these Teslas look and how they stole this stuff. So maybe.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. They do have it. Yeah, you should play it.
Let me show that to the people.
Yeah.
We got 45 people watching. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for being here, and let us show you this video because this is crazy stuff, man.
Real Houston life.
Yeah, exactly. So these are what the Teslas look like.
Oh my God. This is ridiculous. Because I saw it, I was like, I saw it too, and I was like, come on, man.
That is crazy.
Like, who does this, man? Look at it. You see the blocks? Like, come on, man. You can't get more like that's what are we in Oakland?
I know, right? That's such a coordinated attack, bro. I mean,
that's what I mean.
At the Amazon warehouse, like, because when I applied for the security job today, they were asking me if I would be okay to work at an Amazon warehouse. So where the hell was the security, bro?
Why don't you, man? Amazon's a big company, man.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
Oh my God, look at this.
That's straight Oakland shit, bro. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, leave it on cylinders, dude. Like, come on, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if these thieves are from Oakland.
Oh, Jesus.
The way it looks.
Oh my God.
It's funny though, they couldn't do that to the Cybertrucks really, because Cybertrucks are probably super heavy, you know.
No, they are, and remember they're bulletproof as well.
Yeah, exactly. So they just torch them. They're like, screw it, we're just gonna torch them.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's bulletproof. So
yeah. Oh wow.
I'm telling you, man. Haters everywhere, bro. There's haters. That's all. Haters gonna hate. That's what they do. If you don't have haters, bro, you're not doing it right.
I know.
Like, that means, like, if you don't have haters, they're not looking up to you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you're doing all the right moves and moving up, you're always going to have haters. It's a beautiful thing. I don't think it's bad at all.
No, not
It means you're doing the right thing, man.
Sure.
You're on the right track.
We actually on Average Day Joe's, we had our first hater 24 hours ago.
I don't know.
So basically what happened was somebody commented on one of the things that I think it was actually you that was talking. Oh, remember, you know how we go through Jay's words of wisdom at the very end of our show?
Oh, yeah.
So basically we had, so when you were saying your piece, dude, it's Harry Hache, Hache commented, LOL, utter gibberish.
You see what I mean, man? And I love it because I have a ton of haters because they all look up to me, man. You gotta have haters, bro, because it helps fuel you, you know what I mean? Because you're just gonna keep growing. The more you grow and the more you separate yourself from, I'd say the rest of the pack, the more people gonna hate.
Yeah.
You start getting up there, you start just, accumulating more and more people, just like they start hating.
Right.
It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Like I said, I embrace it.
I know.
You know what I mean?
And then we also we got Alyssa in the chat talking about my man straight hitting on the town, SMH.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? We're talking about haters here, buddy. No. No, but it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, it could be about anything. Obviously your money game goes up, people hate, like, oh yeah, blah, blah, he's selling drugs. You're in the gym working hard. Oh my God, he's on steroids. There's always going to be people hating, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. You got to embrace it, man. It's like, come on. Hey, yes. Keep wasting your energy giving it to me, please.
Yep.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Stay down there.
Exactly.
Please, go ahead. Keep feeding it because it'll keep you growing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Beautiful thing.
And Alyssa's right, because she just said that she said that your final words, that it just means that Jay's speaking the truth on your final words of the day.
I always do. And like I said, I don't even look. I don't look nothing up. I just go off the top of my head with how my day went.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
It's all just like, just spit it out.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, like you
I
said, man,
love it.
haters gonna hate, and we definitely would not be doing something right if they weren't. So
Exactly. Like I said, I've had haters for a long time. Remember, I've worked at the clubs. I've worked everywhere, and you're always gonna have haters. It's a beautiful thing. Like I said, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It never matters what you're doing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I said, you could be doing good. Like I said, you could be going to the gym doing good things, just getting stronger. People are like, oh my God, he's on steroids now. Oh my God. Because they see you progressing. Like,
right,
oh yeah, that's it, buddy.
right, right. Yeah.
you, you know?
Nothing wrong with the haters, but like I said, it's just gonna bring us up.
No, I love it. Like I said, I embrace it. You know what I mean? On all my social media accounts where I'm popular, oh, there's always gonna be haters, man.
Right.
You know?
I
So
know.
it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Exactly. All right. Well, let's get into some celebrity news. So today, that was one of the trending topics I seen was that Wendy Williams, she got hospitalized. So she was taken to hospital after officials responded to a 911 call at her assisted living facility in New York. She says NYPD responded to a welfare check, and basically she I didn't even know her. She's 60 years old now, but they responded to a welfare check. And it said, according to a New York Post, Williams had thrown a handwritten note that read "Help, Wendy" out the window. So it says earlier this year, Williams denied she was cognitively, I can't even say that word, cognitively impaired, and admitted during an interview with the Breakfast Club at her guardianship felt like her prison. Williams has been under a court-appointed order since May of 2022. I'm in this place where the people are in their 90s and 80s and even their 70s. She said on the radio program, there's something wrong with these people here on this floor. Williams said she was under extreme supervision at the care facility and could make outgoing calls, but people were not allowed to call her. She says, where I am, you have to get keys to unlock the door to press the elevator to go to downstairs. Second of all, these people here, everybody here is like nursemaids, so to speak. Williams admitted she isn't privy to what medication she's given. In February 2024, the former talk show host team announced she's been diagnosed with both progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. Over the past few years, questions have been raised at times about Wendy's ability to process information, and many have speculated about Wendy's condition, particularly when she began to lose words, act erratically at times, and have difficulty understanding financial transactions. In 2023, after undergoing a battery of medical tests, Wendy was officially diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia, APHASIA. I'm sorry if I'm murdering that word. And that is a condition that affects language and communication abilities. And the other condition, frontotemporal dementia, is a progressive disorder impacting behavior and cognitive functions, which have already been presented significant hurdles in Wendy's life. So yeah, guys, that is our celebrity news. It's kind of sad. Did you see her, Jay, when she was doing like the very last shows that she was doing, where she like was collapsing and stuff, bro? That was
I
sick.
honestly don't. I've seen this person. I was just listening to you to find out who it was because I didn't know who it was.
Oh yeah, she was like a pretty big talk show host. She was like I would say she was like the next Oprah Winfrey after Oprah Winfrey. You know?
Oh no, like I said, I've seen her before, but I don't watch TV like that.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, so I didn't even know. So I was listening to you saying like, oh, okay, that's who it is.
Yeah, definitely.
I had no idea.
I got you. All right. Well, before we get into our business news with crypto and the stocks, let us go over with the movie of the day. What's Jay's movie of the day today?
It's actually a newer one. I was watching The Batman. You ever seen it?
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, that's the one with Colin Farrell as the Penguin and the dude from Twilight, I believe. He's the Batman.
Oh, I'm from Twilight. Okay.
Yeah, Pattinson, I think. Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, and then but Colin Farrell plays the Penguin. Remember, like this one, they made this Batman. I feel like it's like the emo Batman. It's kind of weird. I feel like he's hella emo, but like if they made it more realistic, You know what I mean? Driving the old school car,
Uh-huh.
doing like old school things. Like they kept it a little more mafia. It was kind of crazy. Like I was like, okay,
So they made it more realistic, but they made
yeah,
it for the new age generation.
exactly. So it was weird. It's like they made it more realistic, but they made it, yeah, it's new age. It's very
Okay.
different. I don't know what I'd have to like really read because I've only seen it a couple times. I'd have to really read which comic of the Batman they're trying to portray.
Well, it looks like from the cast that they also had Paul Dano playing the Riddler, so it was Penguin and the Riddler playing together.
Yeah. So so that guy, yeah, he's yeah, so Penguin is more in the background,
Uh huh.
like doing mafia things
Okay.
with the mafia bosses. And
Gotcha.
the Riddler is the guy, he's in jail
Yeah.
and he's like still pulling strings, like trying to get to the Batman.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, definitely.
Like he's leaving little things here and there, like little murders here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
the Batman to catch him, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a good one. It's not bad. Like I thought it was cool. It's definitely no Dark Knight to me. Obviously, Dark Knight, that to me that was the best Batman. Like Christian Bale.
Yeah.
That to me that was just there's nothing like that, man.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was cool. I had it on because like I said, I was doing car stuff, and then as soon as I got back in, I was like, what movie should I throw on? It's on TV, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw this one on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So you're saying that so yeah, just go over like briefly like what it's about, like just how
Bruce Wayne, like so any other Batman, like Bruce Wayne, he's a son of the billionaire, the Wayne family.
uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So obviously he grows up, has this one, like I said, they made him a little more emo,
Yeah.
but he's like billionaire playboy, but he's like more emo in this one. So he kind of just wants to solve problems, help the detectives out.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Try to solve like certain murders and stuff. That's basically what Bruce Wayne is doing in this one. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So like,
So,
yeah, they just
so they made this into like it's almost like a Sherlock Holmes of the Batman of Sherlock Holmes or something.
no, like basically when you just Bruce Wayne, you have a lot of money. You're well off, but he wants to help solve these murders at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like he started off as Vengeance in this movie. Like that was his first name. That's what I mean. And then from Vengeance, he became Batman.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, but yeah, we're basically just trying to help out. You know what I mean? Like all the murders and all the stuff that's going on in the town. And then later he finds out in the movie that his father was doing deals with one of the mafia guys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he's like, what? Like he was kind of confused about it. And that's why he wants to get to the Riddler.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
And who,
Yeah.
who and what about that girl? What was she like also the one of the bad people in that, or was she okay?
Which girl?
I'm sure because I'm looking at the as you're talking about
Talking
it.
about Zoe Kravitz?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, she was a cocktail waitress.
Oh, okay. And
So basically,
was she Batman or was she against Batman?
no. So she was so basically her father is Carmine Falcone, like one of the big crime bosses.
Right. Right.
So she's working in this club. She's a cocktail waitress. And her close friend, her Russian friend gets murdered.
Oh, okay.
So she's trying to figure out who murdered her. And then her dad, like I said, is a big crime boss. And then so Batman tries to figure this out and he's trying to work with her, you know?
Right. Right.
Yeah, and then she, so yeah, you know how it goes from there, like the Batman movies. So
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
yeah, she plays a really good part. So,
So 1 through 10, what do you give it?
like I said, so this one, a lot of people I know really loved it. I'm basing things off the Batman I saw with Christian Bale. I thought those were all 10s.
Right.
This, I'll go 8.
8?
Yeah, it's not like I said, I didn't like it. Why would I want to see an emo Batman? Like you are a billionaire playboy. You should have all the best like technology, whips, females, everything. Like Bruce Wayne in Dark Knight and all those. You know that.
Right.
Like in this one, he's like all sad. He has the little makeup thing. Like I said, he's like he's so emo. Like, bro, where's the billionaire playboy, bro? You know what I mean? Dude, why are you so sad?
You know what
It was
happened
weird
to
to me.
that guy, right?
Huh?
You know what happened to that one, right?
What?
He moved to Utah.
Stupid. But seriously though, man, it's just yeah, it was just so I didn't like this Batman that much. Like, I thought honestly it was one of the weaker Batmans
Right.
compared to the other ones I've seen.
Okay. Let's,
Yeah. So
are you down to go over some Colin Farrell movies?
yeah, that's who I would have said because he played a hell of a penguin.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like he was probably the best penguin I've seen in all the movies.
Right.
Even better than Danny DeVito.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
You know what I mean? Because he wore the little suit to make him fatter, wore the stuff on the face. They even made a series about the penguin because it was that popular
Oh wow.
on HBO. Yeah, so he has his own series, which I believe I would watch that over this
Yeah, definitely.
because it's like because he's in the crime and mafia section. It's cool.
Right.
But yeah, Colin Farrell, good actor, bro. Very good actor.
I know. All right, so going on to Colin Farrell, what is your favorite Colin Farrell movie?
I'm gonna go with two that came out the same year.
Okay.
And I think I've reported on it before, but Minority Report.
Okay.
Remember when he was chasing Tom Cruise?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, and I'll go Phone Booth.
Oh, okay, very cool.
I actually did like that. I know a lot of people hated on that movie, but I thought, I thought he played a hell of a role, bro.
Oh yeah, that was a great movie.
That's what I mean. Yeah, a lot of people hated on him though because he was in a damn phone booth, but like, you know what I mean? He got called out, you know what I mean? Like for everything he was doing, all the bad stuff he was doing.
That was one of those movies that makes you think. Like you're like, all right,
Yeah.
the next move. Like what? Like in those kind of movies, I put myself in that situation. I'm like, all right, what would I have done to be able to like outsmart this guy? You know what I mean? About the movie or whoever. Like you know what I mean? Like.
Well, the guy just wanted him to. So once again, it's like certain movies like Saw or Seven. He watched this guy every day and he was doing bad things. He was doing crooked deals. He was doing different girls while he had a girl, you know what I mean? And the guy just wanted him to pay. You know that. Exactly. That's all he wanted. Exactly. You know what I mean? So he made him, you saw what he made him do in the movie.
Yep.
Like I was like, damn.
That was all bad. Especially when he had to call his, like, I don't know, his wife and tell her all that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? And then here's Katie Holmes standing over here like, oh, Jesus. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, the wife she comes down there, remember? And she's like, you don't have to do this. And then Katie Holmes standing over there like, oh, Jesus. You know what I mean?
Yep.
What a predicament, bro.
I know.
And they still didn't remember. They didn't even catch the dude because the dude ended up, switching out everything. Smart. Exactly. I believe it was Kiefer Sutherland. That was the enemy. Like he played that.
Part 2 of that one, bro.
He what?
They need to make a part 2 of that movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. He did, dude. He played a hell of a role in that, and like that's what I mean. Like, yeah, I never saw part 2 of it, but I was like, damn,
They need to make it.
No, they should. Obviously, 20-something years later is a little long. So, but yeah, that was like between that and Minority Report, just hands down. I was like, all right, Colin Farrell's a good actor, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really watch the Total Recall one. You know how he remade it.
Yeah.
So that would have been. I know you're about to ask my
underrated.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I never watched it because obviously I'm an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, and I don't know why they remade that.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what I would have called underrated because I don't know anyone that saw it.
I'll give it to you. So I'll go with my two favorite of his. I would say Miami Vice for sure. One of them.
Oh, you like Miami? You like that one?
With because it was him and
with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx. That was a good one, man.
Okay. See, I don't know. Maybe because I grew up on the series.
I totally understand, but the series, it was cool, but they never had a movie of it. So this, it's like apples to oranges. It's not the same thing because a movie is a movie. Like it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't even rolling up in the Ferrari. You know what I mean? Like in the series.
No, I understand, but it was action packed, and for him and Jamie Foxx together, I think they did a really good job.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I saw it, so I was like I would have expected way more.
No,
out of those two actors,
I understand.
I
think they didn't. I think at that point they just didn't want to copy so much what's his name, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
Clearly, because they could have
Right.
easily made that movie excellent. In Miami, come on, man, Miami Vice.
Exactly.
They could have literally went a
But
lot with
it
that.
was very action packed. It still had a really good whole premise to the movie. Like everything was still cool. It was cool. It was a cool movie.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I'll say that one, and then I'll say my second favorite one that I actually watched that I really liked was The Recruit.
Yeah, I did like that one with Al Pacino.
Yep, with Al Pacino. Yep.
Yeah.
That one was really good. As far as I would say underrated, I would say one of his comedies, which I really enjoyed. It was super funny, and that's Horrible Bosses.
Oh yeah, he was in that. I forgot.
Yeah. So he was one of the horrible bosses, like just being a dick, bro.
I know. I remember.
But super.
That's
funny.
why they wanted to kill him.
Yeah, exactly. So I would definitely, I can say that was one of my favorite underrated movies of his. And another notable mention, I don't know if it's underrated. I don't know. Maybe it is. No, I don't. But I think you would have seen it. And that's a Solace. I don't know if you've ever seen Solace from 2015.
No.
That one is him. It's him and Anthony Hopkins, bro.
What's it about?
That one is so you got
Murder?
You got an FBI special agent who enlists the help of former colleague, retired physician with psychic powers to solve a series of homicides.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, I should have checked that one out.
Definitely. I'm actually probably gonna have to rewatch it myself because I think I seen it. And
Solace. Okay.
Solace, yeah, but that's
I like Anthony Hopkins.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Just because you got Anthony Hopkins and him playing, that's gonna be a fire movie.
Well, of course, man. Hannibal Lecter, bro. Come on now.
Exactly.
You can't. That's gonna be good.
Yep. So other notable mentions. I don't know. Have you ever seen Alexander?
No.
Kind of looks like one of those like old school movies, kind of like a Gladiator type. Looks like it. I don't know if that's what it is. I've never seen that movie.
It probably is. It could be about Alexander the Great, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then one that I have seen, but it's more like a DC comic type movie is Daredevil. I think he was portrayed in that one. The Daredevil.
With Ben Affleck?
I believe
I've seen that one.
You did see that one?
I think so. Yeah. If it's Ben Affleck, if I remember.
Ben Affleck was the main character for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I believe it says that he was in that movie. I mean,
I don't remember him in that movie at all.
I don't either, but it says he was. Maybe he had like a really little part or something. I don't know. Let me check.
Probably. I didn't. I don't remember him in it.
I mean, even Coolio was in that movie, bro.
R.I.P. Man.
So it says Colin Farrell played Bullseye, I think, in that movie. That's what it says. Yeah, it looks like he had a small part in that movie. So I guess you could say that he was in that movie. So Daredevil. What else? I think that's pretty much. I guess he was in that Denzel Washington movie, Roman J. Israel, Esquire.
Don't know that one.
Yep, he was in
Didn't see that one.
Pride and Glory, I guess. And I didn't see this one, but this one looks like I should have watched it. He was in a war movie called Hearts War with him and Bruce Willis.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I haven't
seen that in a long time.
Yeah. So I guess that would be like my most notable mentions. Those were like ones that I guess could have been big movies.
Yeah, he's had some good movies, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Solid actor, very solid actor.
Very solid. Yep, I like him a lot. I wouldn't have even minded if he took Ethan Hawke's role and played in Training Day as the cop for Ethan Hawke. I think he would have.
Oh yeah, he would have done a great job.
He would have done a great job as well. I mean, Ethan Hawke did a great job. I'm not saying he didn't, but I think Colin Farrell would have been just as good, if not better. That's just my personal opinion.
I agree.
I
agree.
All right. Well, that is our movie of the day. Let us get into some crypto news. But before we get into the crypto segment of it, I want to shout out the 45 people watching. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. And also, let me just go over really quick that what happened with the stock market today that made everything crash. So the stock market today synced. It went down 900 points. Plunged by 4%. It was the worst day since 2022 today in the stock market, which also the crypto pretty much did the same. So yeah, U.S. stocks plunged as investors processed growing concerns about the health of the U.S. economy after President Trump and his top economic officials acknowledged the possibility of a potential rough patch. Dow Jones Industrial Average fell nearly 900 points today, or over 2%, while the benchmark S&P 500 dropped around 2.7% after the index posted its worst week since September. The heavy tech Nasdaq Composite fell 4% in its worst day since 2022, as the Magnificent Seven stocks led the sell-off. Then you also got Tesla's rout continued, plunging another 15% and officially wiping out the gains it had made in the wake of Trump's election win. Nvidia, Apple, Google parent Alphabet, and Meta all each lost more than 4%. All three major indexes built on losses of more than 2% last week as the Nasdaq plummeted deeper into correction territory. And it also say that March's market struggles continue to be fueled by worries over the health of the U.S. economy. Those concerns have become wrapped up in Trump's ongoing trade tariff negotiations between the U.S., Mexico, and Canada, which were dominating the headlines. In a Sunday interview on Fox News, Trump addressed concerns about a potential recession, describing the economy as undergoing a period of transition. So, yeah, guys, once again, I mean, I know this sounds like a broken record, but me and Jay have been talking about that on this show. We told you guys that these tariffs are going to be a short-term setback and that these stocks and crypto might plunge a little bit just because when you do have these kind of tariffs, then all these companies that are gonna feel the worst of these tariffs, they have to kind of look outside the box, and most of them are gonna start to try to invest in America. So for the beginning of it all, we are gonna have a slight decline, and everything is gonna go down. But within the next 6 months to a year, believe it or not, you're gonna see all these companies investing in America, and where they're not, or they're going to have to do the smart thing where they're not going to want to, have these tariffs imposed on them. So the only way to get around that is to start building in America again, which is then going to create jobs. It's going to create more money for the economy. So yeah, guys, give it about 6 months to a year, and I definitely see that everything is going to keep going up again. But as of right now, it does not look good for stocks and for crypto. So let us get into some crypto pricing for you. Let me pull up the screen real quick for that. Let me share that screen with you guys. So currently, it looks like, let me see if I get a bigger picture. So currently, it looks like we got Bitcoin sitting at just at 79,459. It is down 336% in the last 24 hours. You got your largest altcoin, Ethereum, which is at 1,864, which is down 9.41% in the last 24 hours. Your fear and greed index, I'm sorry, guys. Your fear and greed index is at its lowest. It is at extreme fear, sitting at 15, which is actually in the red right now. So, guys, I'm telling you guys, I know some of you might not believe me, but when we're going at extreme fear, sitting at 15 at red, in the red range, trust me, guys, you got to start buying. Start working part-time jobs. Start doing what you can to accumulate some currency, and especially because me and Jay are both really big into crypto. This is the time you guys want to buy, is when everybody is selling and panicking, because that's mainstream media, and we do not follow mainstream media. We have diamond hands. We hold on. Jay, I know personally, and me personally, we are not selling anything. We're just like holding on to this while we see everybody else panic selling or not buying at all. So yeah, guys, just trust me on this one. If you guys buy within the next few months, while all this extreme fear and all this panic BS is happening, you guys are going to be very well off in the next 6 months to a year, especially like Ethereum. Right now, it is sitting at $1,800. Like, guys, this is great news for people that have been looking to get in, and we're kind of thinking that 2000, where Ethereum was sitting at 2,000 for the longest time and up. Man, this is chump change for Ethereum right now. You guys buy in right now at Ethereum, in the next 6 months to a year, you guys will make all your money back and then some. Bitcoin at 79,000. I mean, I've already been reporting this, within the last month, that Bitcoin is going to fall. This is not abnormal for it to get down this low. I reported that if it falls down to 75,000, then on historical charts, that's exactly what it has been doing during bull runs. So this is not anything that I haven't talked to you guys about before. I mean, you got XRP still holding up at $2.04 or $2.03 at this exact moment. So, I mean, and even Solana, guys, Solana, $120 right now per coin. Man, stack up, guys. Don't fall into this hype. It's not going anywhere. It's already been regulated by the US. The crypto's not going anywhere. And right now, when we're in extreme fear, I'm sorry I keep saying this, but start buying, guys. Start freaking buying. You guys are going to be well off, all the people that are listening to me right now. All right, guys, that being said, let's get into our crypto market cap as a whole. It is at 2.5 trillion, which is down 6.73% over the last day. Your top 5 trending coins, you got number 1 Bitcoin, number 2 Ethereum, number 3 Solana, number 4 you got XRP, and number 5 you got ADA, which ADA is down 6.24%. And like I said, guys, this is these major coins right now are trending for a reason. And the reason they're trending is because people can't believe how much down they are, and they're panic selling. So, you know what I mean? There's a reason for this. Just start buying, guys. If you haven't bought into it or you've been waiting for the price to go down because it was kind of high, this is the time, guys. This is the time. That being said, let's get into our top 5 crypto gainers. Believe it or not, we do have some gainers still. So we do have the new one. It is called Black Angus. There's a cow sitting at its as the picture of the coin, which the acronym for that is FTW. That one is up 4,158%. Then you got number 2, which is it looks like the picture is of Trump, but it says no pain, no gain. And the acronym for that is RICH, RICH, which is up 1,528%. Number 3, we got the Flaky. Number 3, Flaky, which is up 1,317%. Number 4, we got Dojo, DOGO, which is up 1,266%. Number 5, believe it or not, we got Wedgie, which is up 1,175%. Any notable ones I can mention, and of course I'm going to mention this one just because it's been reported over the last 2 months as being a good one to get into, and that would be CADX at number 8. CADX is up 438%, so it looks like it is cooling off a little bit, but hey, if you guys listened to me about a month ago, I've been telling you CADX is like the new PopCat meme coin, and it has been pretty much always up in one of the top gaining coins. I wouldn't be surprised if sometime this week it's going to be up in the top 5 again. Any other ones I can mention? I have been mentioning number 11 is GameStop coin, which is GME. It's up 386%. You got number 14, Beer. It is up 332%. Number 18, Sora Grok, which Grok is the acronym for that, and that one is Grok. If you don't know, it's the X is the X version of ChatGPT, which Elon came out with his own. So that is that, and that one just shot up to 500% from 200 and something percent, and over it was up 270% over the last 24 hours, and literally as I'm reporting Grok, it just shot up to 500%. So, yep. Besides that, there is no other ones that look like I've been mentioning or that I want to mention. So yeah, that is our crypto news. I can't state this enough. Start buying, buying, buying. We don't know when the bottom is going to hit, but it looks like for the next 6 months, supposedly, if stock's going down or crypto going down, you guys should be buying because, yeah, it's not going anywhere. We already know this, All right, all our travelers for the week, let's get into tomorrow's weather. So we got March 11th. Let me go over in the United States, we go over the average highs for you. So let me get into that. Shout out to the 47 people watching. Let me pull up the screen real quick, a better one. Let me see real quick if this will be a better one for no. Okay, so this is the best one, which pretty much shows everything. All right, guys, your coldest temperature for tomorrow is going to be in international. I can never say the name, but it's in Michigan. Sault Ste. Marie, maybe that's how you say it. I'm going to have to look that up one of these days. But anyway, that's going to be 30 degrees tomorrow, followed by International Falls at 33 degrees. If you want to get out into the warmth, it's going to be pretty hot tomorrow. Looks like there's going to be a little hot spot in San Antonio, which is going to be at 86, and that's Texas. But if you want to just cool down at the beach, you will have to go to Miami, which is going to be sunny at 79 degrees. Going from West Coast to East Coast, tomorrow we are getting ready for that rain in San Francisco. It's going to be 62, but still partly cloudy. The rain will not catch up yet. But if you go down to LA, it's actually going to be colder and raining at 58 degrees only, which San Diego will probably be about the same. They're only 2 hours apart from each other. If you're going up to Seattle, you guys are going to hit some clouds with 51 degrees as your high. Salt Lake City tomorrow is finally getting into a little warming trend at 62 and partly cloudy. Las Vegas, you guys will be at 68 and partly cloudy. 78 and partly cloudy in Phoenix as well. Billings, Montana, you guys will be at 60 and partly cloudy, while Denver, you guys will be partly cloudy at 69. Albuquerque, you guys will be at 68 and partly cloudy. Kansas City tomorrow, you guys will be nice and sunny with a warming trend in the Midwest at 74 degrees. Oklahoma City, you guys are 82 and sunny, while Texas, 81 in Dallas and sunny, and Houston, you guys will be at 79 and sunny. Minneapolis, the Great Lakes region, you guys are going to be partly cloudy and with your high tomorrow at 44. Chicago, you guys will be partly cloudy at 49 as your high, while Detroit, you guys will see 55 as your high and partly cloudy. Cincinnati, you guys will be at 74 and sunny. St. Louis, you'll be at 77 and sunny. Memphis, 78 and sunny, while New Orleans, you guys will be at 76 and sunny. Tomorrow, Tampa, 75 will be your high and sunny conditions, while Jacksonville, you'll be sunny at 76. Atlanta, you guys will be at 74 with sunny conditions, while Washington, D.C., you guys will be sunny at 73. From there, it looks like the warming front, the high is going to be it looks like that's the cutoff. And New York City tomorrow, you guys will be at 65 and sunny, while Buffalo, you guys will only reach 52 as your high with partly cloudy. Last but not least, we got Boston sunny tomorrow at 62 degrees as your high. So that is our weather for March 11th, just for our travelers to kind of, prepare you for tomorrow's travels. That being said, let us move on and get into our horoscopes. So we are definitely always doing every day the horoscope for the next day for you guys to kind of let you, we like to guide you on your daily horoscope to kind of, give you a little heads up for tomorrow. This will be for March 11th. So we always start off with the sign of the first house of the zodiac, which is my sign, Aries. So guys, tomorrow, Aries, you may feel dull and experience negative energy affecting your focus and work performance. Confusion may arise, so it's best to postpone investments in business or assets. If you're considering starting a new business, wait for a better time. Job seekers and professionals may think about enrolling in short-term courses or higher education to enhance their careers. Taurus, avoid rushing into decisions or driving carelessly tomorrow. However, with cosmic blessings, you will overcome challenges. Romance may flourish in your personal life, bringing harmony at home. Positive results and partnerships are expected, and lovebirds may consider marriage. Students may also receive good news tomorrow. Gemini, you may feel energetic and courageous, which will reflect in your work. Your focus on goals will be strong, and short trips may help you expand your network. However, avoid harsh conversations with your spouse to maintain harmony in your domestic life. Cancer, tomorrow you may spend money on family needs, which could impact your financial health. Avoid unnecessary expenditures and read documents carefully before signing anything. To maintain peace in both personal and professional life, be mindful of your words. Dentists, motivational speakers, and call center executives may perform well tomorrow. Then we got J sign, Leo. It's going to be a favorable day for gains tomorrow with minimal effort required to achieve results. Past losses may turn into profits due to your wisdom. You might consider taking academic courses to upgrade your skills. Charity or donations may be on your mind, and investments in intellectual assets could be beneficial. Students will likely perform well tomorrow. Then we got our Virgos. You may feel low on energy and health issues could bother you tomorrow. Chronic alignments may reappear to take care of yourself. Avoid reckless driving and making hasty decisions, especially in business matters. Important investments should be postponed for now. However, with blessings from elders, the situation may improve by the evening. Libra, your destiny is working in your favor and pending projects may finally move forward tomorrow. Elderly blessings will help you regain control of messy situations, speeding up your work. Disputes in the family may be resolved, bringing harmony at home. Your creative side may shine, particularly in arts and crafts. You might feel drawn to glamour and to glamour and I can't say the word aesthetics, or yeah, I think that's how you say it. Then we got our Scorpio. Tomorrow brings enthusiasm and positive work ethic. Your focus will help you perform well in business and work, and your boss may appreciate your efforts, potentially leading to a promotion. A visit to a religious place is possible. However, avoid arrogance in your love life to maintain harmony in relationships. Then we got our Sagittarius. You are blessed by the moon, and your destiny is on your side. Pending projects will likely restart with the support of elders. Family disputes may be resolved, bringing happiness and harmony at home. Your creativity will shine, and you may feel inspired by arts, films, and glamour. Then we got our Capricorns. Overworking may leave you feeling mentally exhausted and unmotivated tomorrow. You may struggle with responsibilities, and a lack of patience could lead to arrogance, affecting both personal and professional life. Arguments with your spouse are possible, so handle situations with patience to maintain your social aspect. Our Aquaries, lucky is in your favor, and opportunities will present themselves tomorrow. You may form new connections, and your wisdom will help you implement creative plans at work. Your reputation may also improve. You could bring considering renovations or rebuilding your home or office. Investments in fixed assets may bring future profits. Last but not least, we got our Pisces. So tomorrow you will dedicate time to creativity and may plan to renovate your home or workplace. Your knowledge and creativity will aid in executing your plans. At work, you may meet new people and explore new contracts. Job seekers might receive promising offers. Students should avoid speculation and focus on their studies. All right, guys, that is our horoscopes for tomorrow, March 11th, 2025. That being said, before we get into our conspiracy of the day, shout out to the 48 people watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe, share this, and hit that notification bell so that you know exactly when we get on to give you all this alpha every single day, Monday through Friday. And in case you missed it, over the weekend, we did do a Chef with Jeff. And we also did a date with Kate where I do show you the Palace of Fine Arts at night in San Francisco. And Jay, by the way, what was it that you were cooking? That shit looks so damn good, but I couldn't really see what it was that you were cooking.
A mixture. So obviously, it was Saturday, so I did, obviously I did the salmon before for the Friday, but so I basically did a vegetable mix, and then what I did was I had to do bacon because I wanted to wrap bacon around a steak.
Oh, so that was bacon. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah. So I put bacon in there. So I was like, so what I did was I wanted to wrap the bacon around a steak.
Yeah.
And then I put the Brussels with the rice.
Yeah.
And then the other vegetables with pasta.
And that shit looked hella good. But when you rolled that bacon, I was like, did my boy just put a freaking cinnamon roll with all that food he made? Like, were you making a
That's what you thought? Nah, man. So you have to be very careful with the bacon, or else it'll break.
Okay.
So I rolled it. Yeah, I rolled it around, and what I did was I put a little sauce in between. That's all that was.
Yeah. With the sauce and the wrap, I was like, dude, this guy did not just put a cinnamon roll with all that food he just made.
Why would I put a cinnamon?
That's what it looked like to me, dog. I was like, damn, he put a cinnamon roll straight up, bro.
No, man, no. So I wrapped the bacon around it.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense.
But I put a sauce in between it so it would stay.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like it's hard. It's really hard to get the bacon to stay.
Got you.
So yeah, that's why I cook the bacon separately, because you could cook the bacon and steak at the same time. It's not going to come out because obviously bacon takes a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why. Yeah. So that's all in the prep. That's what I mean.
Definitely.
Hella funny, bro.
I know.
You said a cinnamon.
like, damn, this guy making some cinnamon rolls. Okay.
Oh, that's hilarious, bro.
Certain works.
That is hilarious. And but I could understand it if it was like alone on the plate,
Yeah.
but there you could see there's other food on the
No,
plate.
that's why I was just like, okay. In my head, I was like, damn. He like I was like really trying to like dissect it. I was like, okay, so
Yeah.
the sugar of the cinnamon roll is gonna melt into the veggies and all that other stuff. Like, bro, I was like, man, he's doing, and that's why I don't know for all you who missed the Chef with Jeff, you guys got to watch it. But the title that I put on that one because I'm the one that makes the titles for that for YouTube. I put next level cooking. If you didn't notice that, I was like, this is some next level shit that you're doing right here, bro.
Well, I like to when I do cook, man, I like to add different things to, because I like to have different plates.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't like to mix too much together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I have a plate of like say some vegetables and rice, and then sometimes I want other vegetables with pasta, but like with like I said, the bacon and steak, I wanted it wrapped. That's all.
I got you.
Okay. So yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, man. That's all it was.
Yeah. Well, in case you missed the guys, definitely check that out. Chef.
Well, I always, like I said, what I'm gonna start doing is, because with each one, I don't really say what it is. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm gonna start, like putting my own, like exactly what it is and what I would call it. You know what I mean?
Or you can even tell me, and I'll put it in the description of the YouTube.
Either one. I could just tell you, like, you know what I mean? It'll just make it a lot easier.
I'm super excited. I'm sure you didn't see it, but I finally started putting timestamps on our videos. So now, if you guys, if you guys are wanting to see certain segments of the video, but you don't have the whole, like, because we usually run about an hour 30 to 2 hours on our lives. So if you guys don't have the time, to the audience, if you guys don't have the time to watch some of these, then now from now on, starting from Friday's live that we did, I'm actually putting in timestamps. So if you guys just want to see a certain segment, like the sports, the weather, the astrology, you guys can literally just look at the description and they'll tell you exactly the time that we do that certain segment. So
that's perfect.
Yeah, so we're trying to make it easier for you guys, and if you guys, we understand some of you don't have the time to watch the whole 2-hour segments that we do. All right, well, let us get into our conspiracy of the day. Shout out to the 49 people watching. So today is my conspiracy, and Jay, do you believe in that there's a lot of subliminal messaging in music that we listen to today?
Yeah, for sure.
And even in the past, right?
Oh, for sure the past, because I remember dissecting it in the past.
Exactly.
Do you remember? I'll even bring up a group you remember. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Total subliminal. If you actually break it down and listen to it backwards, you'd be like, no.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
I never listened to that one backwards. What was it? What was it about backwards? What were they saying?
I don't really want to put them on blast, but like murder, devil, 666. Yeah, it was bad.
I mean,
but then when they flipped it, they flipped themselves. It was crazy.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like they can't remember. Then they came out with the Crossroads.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was all about like Jesus, heaven, God, and it was like, okay, so we went from this to this. It was crazy.
Did you try to listen to that one backwards, the Crossroads?
No, I didn't. But
have to check that out.
it definitely from their lyrics, it was that's what I mean. It was a total 360. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if they were trying to get across their deal with the label.
I'm sure. Because I mean, I remember growing up, and when their first album just hit, I remember how everybody was like talking about, there was talk about them selling their soul to the devil, like
to the devil. Exactly.
That was like this whole talk about Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah. And that's what I believe.
Yeah, and then like you said, the very next album, it looks like they had a change of heart, and it wasn't as big as their first album. Maybe it was still huge, but it wasn't as big. And I think it's because they actually went back on that, and they're like, you know what, no, we're not going to go that route.
And I don't think it was a change of heart. I just think it was to satisfy their deal. So when I've noticed throughout the years, when people say they sell their soul to the devil, that just means the company owns you, the record company.
Definitely.
And that's what I mean. So I think that's what that had to do with. And I didn't understand that back then. Yeah. Now seeing everyone in that industry, I totally understand it now. Yeah. So I believe they did that. They signed it away, but only for a certain amount. And then that's why they put those subliminal messages. Right. And then they flipped it, like you said. It flipped, and then it was like, all right, cool. But then remember, they broke up.
Exactly.
So it's like, so they had a deal as a group, like, hey, you know what? We just made this. We did great. Screw it now. Because if you bought that album with the Crossroads, it never came with that song.
Yeah. Yeah.
The actual one that was blowing up. It never came with it.
Right.
You had to go and get it again the next year if you wanted that song.
Right.
So that's why I believe they did it like that. See, they were ahead of the game too, because you know they learned a lot from Eazy-E, R.I.P.
I know.
You know what I mean? And we know like that's a whole nother conspiracy, but I believe Eazy-E was killed.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can even say the same thing for Bob Marley, bro, because you know Bob
Oh
Marley,
yeah, of course.
he didn't sell his soul to the devil. He was always super, like, always positive and everything. And then look, from that story, that's, you know, I'm not even gonna get into it because I actually would want to make a cult conspiracy about Bob Marley.
Exactly. You
But,
should.
So I'll definitely go into that another time. But yeah, man, I definitely feel that could have been part of everything. And then, you know, this day and age, it's not easy. I mean, it's not easy. It's not hard to see who actually sold their soul to the devil. Because, like, for instance, I took my wife to see Madonna, like, maybe a few months back. She was at the Warrior Stadium performing.
Oh, okay.
And I noticed, because I've taken my wife and even my mom to see some pretty big people. And I noticed that the people that I can tell sold their soul to the devil, they always perform at least one song that's kind of like a where they do these like ancient freaking like ritual shit with, like, you know,
there you go,
crosses and the candles. And Madonna actually did one of them too, you know.
That's clear sign.
Exactly. So
clear sign.
And you got all these people hello like loving it. I'm like, dude, you guys don't even understand what's happening right now. You guys are kind of getting, like, you know, like what do they call
hypnotized.
that? Yeah, hypnotized and all this other stuff, you know. But you gotta, if you understand that, then you know that you know exactly what they're doing when it comes to those kind of songs.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, diving into this musical mystery that has sparked debates, lawsuits, and even panic. Subliminal messages in music. You know, that's what we're talking about. So, are some of your favorite songs secretly influencing your thoughts? Are artists intentionally embedding hidden messages to manipulate the masses? So let's dig in deep and let's find out about, you know, subliminal messaging in music. So what are subliminal messages in music? You know, let's start with the basics. What is a subliminal message? So basically what it is, it's a signal embedded in music that's meant to influence the subconscious mind without being directly noticed. These can be hidden messages and lyrics, backmasking, which is reversed audio, which you were just saying, Jay, or even specific frequencies designed to trigger certain emotions, which is also what we covered a few episodes ago with those suicide songs and stuff like that. Some say it's just an urban legend, but history tells us otherwise. In the 1970s and 80s, bands were accused of hiding messages in their songs, and some even went to court over it. But are these messages truly there, or are people just hearing what they want to hear? So let's go over some famous cases of alleged subliminal messages. So, you know, real life examples of songs that have been accused of containing subliminal messages. One of them would be Led Zeppelin's "Stairway to Heaven." That's one of the most famous cases, famous cases of masking or playing the song in reverse. So when you play part of this song in reverse, it allegedly contains satanic phrases like "Here's to my sweet Satan." What is intentional, or is, you know, so was it intentional or is it just a weird coincidence? Led Zeppelin has never admitted to anything, but conspiracy theorists believe this was no accident. Then you also got the Beatles, Revolution 9 and Strawberry Fields Forever, the two albums. The Beatles were pioneers of studio effects, and their song Revolution 9 was rumored to contain reversed phrases like "Turn Me On, Dead Man," which fueled the theory that Paul McCartney had secretly died and been replaced by a lookalike. Another song, Strawberry Fields Forever, has a section where John Lennon seemingly says, "I buried Paul." The band denied the rumors, but the theories remain. Then you also got another famous artist, Queen. Another one, Bites the Dust, played the chorus backwards, and some claim it says it's fun to smoke marijuana. Was Freddie Mercury slipping a secret message into the classic rock anthem, or is it just the brain filling in gaps? You guys got to decide for yourselves. We're just here to kind of give you the details about things that might have happened. Then, of course, you also have Jay-Z and Lucifer. Many hip hop artists have faced accusations of including hidden messages in their music. So in Jay-Z's song Lucifer, when played in reverse, some claim it says "Murder, Murder, Jesus 666." Jay-Z has laughed off the rumors, but that hasn't stopped conspiracy theories from linking him to secret societies like the Illuminati. Have you heard that song Lucifer, bro?
Of course.
Did you know about that song or no?
Of course.
So
He also had one called The Evils, aka Devils.
Oh, okay. Did you get to play it backwards, and did you hear anything? Or no?
I didn't play it backwards, but if you name a song Lucifer, it's kind of so Jay's been on that whole,
right
hype for a long time now, like a long time.
Right.
That's what I mean. Ever since, like I said, his first album had The Evils on it, aka Devils.
Okay.
So that's what I mean. I've already known Jay's been in that stuff for a long time, and then you just know, just by the moves he's made and the money.
Yeah, exactly.
You already knew it was coming because of all the moves and the money. It's a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
And then if you break down his Magna Carta, Holy Grail, all that stuff, I was like, I was, I used to bump Jay-Z all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I mean, ritually. And then, you just start, like you said, there's a lot of subliminal things in there. And then you catch on to things. And I'm like, man, I can't listen to this no more, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, that's just the way it is, man. It sucks.
And we already know that Beyonce's part of the whole thing too. And I'm sure that I don't know any particular songs of hers that might have subliminal messaging, but I'm sure she has some too,
Oh, I'm sure. I don't listen to Beyonce like that, but I'm sure she does.
That's all I wouldn't know. But yeah, there's also a crazy. So do you know who Foster the People is?
Yeah.
So they have a song that's super popular. It's always on the radio. It's called "Pumped Up Kicks." And that song, that's not even the subliminal messaging is there for everybody to hear. You don't even have to play that one backwards. But I wanted to get into that song alone because the Pumped Up Kick song, it has a real dark meaning behind it. And if you listen to it again, like closely, because sometimes what they say, the lyrics in that one, even though if you just like were to go on YouTube and then you hear the song and you can read the lyrics, it's some pretty disturbing messages in that song, bro. And you don't have, like I said, you don't have to play that one backwards. So yeah, one of the most chilling examples of this song is Pumped Up Kicks. At first listen, it sounds like an upbeat indie anthem, but the lyrics tell a darker story. So the song describes a school shooter from his perspective plotting an attack. Lyrics like all the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, 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 outrun my gun, shocked people when they realized what the song was actually about. The band claims it was written to raise awareness about mental health and gun violence, but critics have argued that the catchy, upbeat tone almost glamorizes the topic. Some even suspect it was designed to plant dark thoughts in the minds of young listeners. Could this be an example of subliminal programming through music? So you heard that song, right? Outrun.
Of course. That's way too popular.
But did you know that that's exactly the lyrics that they were saying? Because it almost like when they were saying it, it doesn't sound exactly like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'll tell you this. I looked it up one time and I was like, oh, okay. I just want to know what it said.
Oh, so you looked it up. Okay.
Yeah, because I was like, what are they saying?
I know.
And I was like, what are they saying?
And when you actually looked it up, were you like, oh, shit, okay.
No, not really. I was just like, oh, that's different. I couldn't hear that, but I was just like, okay.
I know. Yeah, but that's some crazy shit what they talk about, bro. Like, and like you said, like I had to do the same thing because when I heard about it, I think DTW, shout out if you're watching us right now, but he put me up to that song. He let me know that the lyrics are much darker than that whole upbeat trendy like indie song that it is. And then when I actually were like, okay, let me hear it out for myself. Let me see what they're actually saying. I was like, oh, okay, like damn, that's a little bit more than I because it almost sounds like when they're actually singing the song, like you said, it's kind of hard to take what.
Yeah, I could not understand.
Yeah, it almost sounds like when they're singing it, it's like they're chewing bubble gum at the same time.
Yeah, they do it on purpose though, so they don't want you to know the exactly.
Exactly. So it's kind of crazy with that song in particular. But yeah, so let's get into the science of music and mind control. Music is powerful. It affects our mood, behavior, and even our brain waves. Governments and advertisers have used sound frequencies for influence. So, why wouldn't the music industry? I mean, that's obvious, right? Let's talk about frequency manipulation. Some researchers believe the most modern music is tuned to 440 hertz, a frequency that allegedly creates tension and agitation in the brain. Meanwhile, 433 hertz, the natural frequency of the universe, is said to promote harmony and relaxation. So could it be that mainstream music is deliberately tuned to keep us in a stress state? I mean, what do you guys think? Then there's the idea of predictive programming, planting ideas into the collective consciousness through music. So many believe that songs and music videos often foreshadow major world events before they happen. Just look at how many songs reference 9/11 before it occurred, and I mean, we can even go back to Biggie, talking about 9/11 from back in the day as well, and in one of his songs. So is that coincidence or is it something more? I mean, like I said, guys, we're here to just kind of put this into your guys' brain and let you guys see that there might be a lot more to this than just a simple matter that is. So let's get into this final segment about the influence and what I'm talking about, which is the whole subliminal messaging. So what's the truth? What's really going on? Are subliminal messages in music real, or is it just another conspiracy theory? While some cases may be coincidences, others are too precise to ignore. The fact is, music has the power to shape thoughts, influence emotions, and even predict societal changes. So whether it's hidden messages in rock songs, eerie predictions of pop music, or subliminal frequencies controlling the masses, one thing's for sure: music is more than just entertainment. It's a tool. The question is, who's really controlling the playlist? Who do you think? Have you ever noticed strange messages in your favorite songs? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe so that we can give you all this alpha and we can always give you this deep dives into the unknown. Shout out to the 48 people watching, including DTW and Alyssa. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. So yeah, that is pretty much our segment for today. Let's get into Jay's final words of wisdom before we get into mine.
Oh man. Roadblocks, execution, focus. I'm telling you, everything pops up all at one time. It's like it always, how it always say, it always comes all at once. You weather the storm, and then it's just smooth sailing. You know what I mean? Just stay the course, make it happen. You'll get through whatever you got to get through. It's you know, it's just those tests that you need to overcome because you're right there. It's like you see the light at the end of the tunnel and you just have to get through it. It's like it's right there. You're making all the right moves and it's excellent. You know what I mean? It's a blessing. It's a blessing to just wake up. But you can see it and you can taste it. Just stay the course, make it happen, and then when you reach it, boom, just know it's yours.
Definitely.
That's what I have to say because that is how I'm feeling today.
Exactly. And FYI, this is not gibberish that he's talking. All you haters.
Nah, man, dude.
From the
Let
heart.
people talk, man. We want people to talk, man. Who cares?
I
Who
know.
gives who gives a flying F, man?
Exactly.
We want the haters, man. Bring the haters. We want it. It was probably some fake account. People make fake accounts.
I already know. And going back to really quick to before I go into my spiritual quote of the night to go off of what you said, I just wanted to go back really quick to the subliminal thing. We got Alyssa talking about that. There's a Billie Eilish song about that too with subliminal messaging, and she also mentions that when the party's over too, I believe. So those are
I don't
songs that could have
I
those.
don't know. I don't listen to Billie Eilish, but that's a part of it. Like so. I barely listen to music. The only time I listen to music is when I go hard at the gym.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't listen to music in the car at all.
I know.
If I'm not listening to a book, I'm watching a movie.
Right. Exactly.
You know that. I don't. I haven't. I don't listen to music like a lot of people do. A lot of people listen to music and you know what happens? They become damn robots
Well, I know.
because they play the same 5 songs on the radio all day long.
Yeah,
And then the next month they'll rotate another 5 songs. That's all they do.
exactly.
You know that. They're just getting paid to promote certain songs. That's it.
Oh, for sure.
You know how it is.
All right. And to go off of what Jeff said with his final words of wisdom, I just wanted to let you guys know to remember every storm you face is just a test of your strength. The strongest trees grow in the toughest winds, and the brightest rainbows follow the darkest storms. So keep your faith, stand firm, and trust that the sun will shine again. Until next time, guys, you got to stay strong, stay grounded, and keep pushing forward. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for being here. We love you. Health, wealth, and happiness. That's what we preach. So until tomorrow, we'll see you guys back at 6:30 p.m.